everybody, and welcome back to this channel. Now this video is my fourth and final video in my mini-series of learning the Dutch language and the platforms that I have used. Now, as always, I will be giving you my reviews of each platform and my opinions, along with Mikey's. He does have a little bit of a, an input in the background here. So, as always, these are mine and Mikey's reviews. Now, please remember that, because other people's views may differ to mine, which is really good, because it is really good to get a wide spectrum of other people's views, but these are purely based on mine and Mikey's opinions and reviews. Now, method 4, the final method. Now, method 4 is a tutor. Now, if you're unsure what a tutor actually is, a tutor is somebody who teaches you in person, or they may teach you via an online tool like Skype. Or you could use Zoom, that's very popular now, or even Microsoft Teams maybe. Now, we found our tutor on a website, and we found that when we were searching that lessons can range from £20 an hour, which is about 22 euros, to £50 an hour, which is about 55 euros. Now, really, I mean, we have used two websites. One where we had to pay this website for the tutor's details. That was our very first tutor. You have to pay to get the tutor's contact details, which for us on this website, it was about £15, which is about £16, well, not £16, 16 euros 50. Now, these pros and cons, as always, are based on our personal experiences and the different tutors that we use. So we have had two tutors in total. Now, your tutor may or may not be anything like this. You may not experience any of this. As I mentioned, these are purely mine and Mikey's experiences from the tutors that we have used. Now, I would say that the most important thing with getting a tutor is make sure that you get a tutor that is right for you, and do not be afraid to change tutors if you need to. Not every tutor is going to work for you. Not every tutor is going to give you what you want. You might not be working for the tutor's, teaching skills or whatever. So do make sure that if you are not happy, you do change. Now, onto the pros. So the pros are that a tutor can assist you in all areas of spelling, pronunciation, and grammar, speaking and listening, which is really, really important that we found when learning Dutch language. Now, you can have lessons as frequent and as long as you like, depending on, obviously, your tutor's availability, and they will work with you on whatever you need. Now, having to pay for a tutor does make you more motivated, because, as I say, they can range from £20 to £50 an hour. So it does make you more motivated because you are paying for these lessons. Now, the tutor can support you with your best learning practices and get the best out of you. So always be clear when you get a tutor how, you learn the best. Is it listening? Is it writing? Make sure you stipulate that at the start. Now, if you are very lucky, a tutor can assist you outside of your lesson time as well. So we are really lucky. So if we have a query or we don't understand anything when we're learning, we will WhatsApp our tutor, and she's very, very good and helps us. And our first tutor was exactly the same. So we were really lucky like that. They can also give you, out of lesson learning materials such as homework. We love our homework. We get homework every week and we have to complete it. So it's really good. And also, what is really, really good as well, you can listen to how Dutch is spoken, and you can really understand the pronunciation, your tutor can correct you, and it's really, really good for building up conversational skills. We absolutely love that. It's so, so important to be able to listen and speak Dutch. They can be really supportive. So our tutor can give you, advice and assistance outside of actually learning Dutch. So our tutor is very good just on a personal level, on how to help us move, jobs, tips and tricks, for writing CVs and stuff. Both our tutors have been ever so good like that. We couldn't fault them. They've been so helpful. Now, so many pros, but there are always cons. So on to the cons. Now, your tutor may have other work commitments outside of actually teaching Dutch. And sometimes that can affect your lessons. your lesson schedules, your lesson consistency. So you do just need to make sure that once you have got a set time and date with your tutor for your lessons, that is going to work for both of you. Because if I'm honest with you, if you miss a week's lessons or a couple of weeks, it really, really does set you back. So, I mean, for us, we like consistent weekly lessons, and we're really lucky we get that, no issues. Now, your tutor may not listen to what your needs are. They may not want to teach you the way that you want to learn. And that can be a real negative, because if you are not getting the best out of your tutor and they're not getting the best out of you, the learning can really, really, slow down. You might not be getting what you want. They might not be getting what they want from you. And really, it just leads to an effect of your commitment and their commitment. So really, really make sure you and your tutor are on that same page. Now, I did mention cost. That can be a con. Using the tutor is the best way to learn, in our opinion, if you have the right tutor. But the cost over a period of time can really, really add up. So when you break it down into weekly, you think, oh, it's only that much a week. But when you look at it over a year, you could be spending at least £1,000 a year on lessons, which is about €1,100. So when you break it, when you stretch it out over the year, that is quite a lot. But it is a really effective way of learning. So we currently have a tutor, me and Mikey, and we have joint weekly lessons. So our lessons are for an hour and a half via Skype every week. And our tutor really understands our different learning processes and our different learning styles, because she is teaching two of us. So she does what's best for both of us together and us individually. And it really just brings out the best in us. They understand what we wanted. So we wanted to go back to the basics. So we'd had lessons with the tutor previously, and then we'd had a little break. So we just wanted to go back to the basics and literally learn from the beginning again. And that's what we did. She understood that. And we have retained so much information. And every lesson that we have, we're really we come away from it and we're we enjoyed that lesson. That was a really good lesson. So, which is really positive, because that's what you want to have. Now, it's sad we've come to the end of my mini-series of how to learn Dutch videos and the platforms that we've used. So there have been 4 learning platforms that I have been through. If you haven't checked out my previous videos, please make sure you do. I will link them all below. I have shared with you my personal pros and cons, which I hope have been helpful for yourself. Now, if you want to learn Dutch, our recommendation is is to use a tutor, as really you do learn every aspect of the language. You really learn the grammar, the spelling, the speaking, the listening, and you're not restricted in any way of any learning materials that you would be from Duolingo or the online platform or a book. So make sure you have that right tutor for you. Really do make sure that is a key message, that if you take anything away from this video, that you have the right tutor, you are getting what you want from them, and they are getting what they want from you. So you are both on the same page. That really is so important. Now, our pros of a tutor outweigh the costs. So if your budget does allow for a tutor, really, that would be our way to go. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this mini-series. I've really enjoyed making it for you. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you in some way if you are thinking of learning Dutch. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, because there will be a lot more videos coming around Dutch, moving to Amsterdam, anything Amsterdam related. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. So I am going to leave you, as always, on a little Dutch sentence. So today we're going to say, ik slaap in de slaapkamer. Doei! Dag! Tot ziens!